The Decorah volleyball team is off to a 9-1 start. They won their opening match in Northeast Iowa Conference play earlier this week against Crestwood, and head coach Gina Holthaus joining us. And coach, what's made you the most happy about your team's performance outside of the results to this point?
I think that what I'm seeing is we're finally starting to develop some consistency, doing the same thing each night, not riding the up and down quite as much. I think we're growing together, and I think that's just kind of the key right now.
And you look at the sets that you have dropped this year, a lot of those sets have gone to extra points, if you will. What have you learned from the competition that you have played to this point?
I think the non-conference, the match we lost at Caledonia was probably one of the best things for us at this point in time. It was a very good match. The scores, obviously, it was 2 points except for the first set, all the way through and went into extra points. But just I think for our kids to battle back, I think is huge. St. Ansgar, same thing, to not quit. It would have been very easy for especially our youth. We've got a lot of, even though we're a senior dominated team, we have a lot of inexperience on the floor. And I think it would have been very easy for them at that point to have kind of crumbled, and they continue to fight through. So they know they can do it. It's just a matter of, like I said earlier, just developing that consistency.
What do you credit that mindset of just not giving up and not crumbling when those opportunities present themselves, and to keep moving forward in a positive direction? What do you credit that mindset to?
The last couple of years, I think just the mentality that we've never really counted ourselves out, and we just keep working. And I think just what these seniors that have played quite a bit the last couple of years, what they've been through the last couple of years, and how they've had to battle back and been the underdog, and no one really expected them to do anything, and they've battled back into contests. So I think that growth is helping us right now. I've got some kids that have played a lot of volleyball, a lot of competitive volleyball, and they're not going to quit.
And I know you've dealt with some injuries here early on in the season. You never want to deal with those, but
No.
on the bright side, has that helped you become a little deeper at this point?
I'm sure the right answer to that question is probably yes. But I'm not, losing Chloe has been, that's a struggle for us. That's a sixth rotation player. One of probably our lead set and our, second kill leader. So that was a big loss. And so trying to figure out how to fill her holes has been a challenge. Some kids have stepped up, and I've been very proud of Chloe and how she's kind of adapted a new role on our team. I've been sending her film from different teams before we play them, and let her kind of scout it, and let her kind of do some of that background work, and feel like she's definitely got something to do with us, because she's still very important to what we're doing. Like I said, we've just had some younger kids that have been thrown into roles that probably they weren't quite ready for. And we've had to grow through some things with them, but I'm proud of our returning letter winners for continuing to encourage them and support them, and know they're going to make mistakes, but be there to pick them up.
What tops the need to improve list at this point?
Blocking. Definitely we're trying to figure out if there's a possible lineup change that we need to look at, just to get a little bit stronger block, particularly on our right side. We need to make sure that we can control the other team's strong side pin hitter, and right now I think that's our challenge. Although I've been very impressed with a couple of our back row players who have really stepped up and kind of dug the holes and filled in around the block that's maybe not quite what we need it to be at this point. And so that's been helpful. We just need to continue to play together, to stay together, and to know that it's going to take all of us in order to make us keep going.
And coming up on Tuesday night, you got Waverly Shellrock. Of course, that's going to be a big match. It's going to get a lot of attention. Part of the reason we're having this conversation right now, no matter what happens Tuesday night, there's still going to be a ton of volleyball to play after that point. How do you put the proper emphasis on that match coming up on Tuesday night, with perhaps not putting too much emphasis on it?
I think for us, the key is going to be the mental game. We have a tendency to second guess ourselves against teams who we perceive as better than us, and we need to kind of get past that mental aspect and know that we can challenge anybody. We just need to continue to keep working. As you said, I think, end result is the end result. It is what it is. And win or lose, there's a lot more volleyball that needs to be played. And so we just need to take whatever we can from that particular match and move forward. So, but I think we're ready for the challenge. I know the kids are looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
And that mental challenge you talked about, going back to Thursday night, this program had never beaten Independence before, who historically has been pretty good over the past decade, and you got the job done on Thursday night. Is that a positive sign when you talk about that mental game?
I think so, although our kids didn't realize that it was the first time that we beat Independence until I told them in the locker room. But I think just anytime they get past a hurdle, I think is huge. And I think that's the key is just getting past the next hurdle. And for us right now, the next hurdle is to play a full match against Waverly. And we've challenged them the last 2 years. And then we get to a point where we kind of second guess things and we kind of fall back. And so I think our challenge in front of us right now is just play a full match on Tuesday night, and whatever happens from there happens.
And what's going to be the key to having as successful of a season as you possibly can?
Staying healthy. That's going to be a big one. We need everybody that we have right now. And so we need to stay healthy. And then I think we just need to continue to build and not get complacent or be satisfied with where we're at, to just keep wanting more.
All right, Gina, we appreciate taking some time to talk about your team to this point. It's been a good start to the season, and hopefully things keep going in the positive direction. We wish best of luck Tuesday night down at Waverly Shellrock.
Thanks, Darren.
Gina Holthaus, head coach of the Decorah girls volleyball team.